Chapter 15. Animal World. Key points. Animals that live in groups. Behavior of animals. Animals helping each other. Animal and human interaction. Ears of animals. Body coverings of animals. Bees. Shelters of animals. Neha, what are you feeding your dog? I'm feeding biscuits. I love my dog very much and take good care of it. I always keep its kennel clean. We see different animals all around us. They are of different sizes and shapes. They like to live in different environment and eat different kinds of food. Animals that live in groups. Some animals like to stay alone while some like to stay in groups. The animals which like to stay in a group are called social animals. They live in a group to produce their young ones, to save themselves from enemies and adverse weather conditions like cold. Bees, ants, bears, fish, penguins, etc. are animals that live together in groups. Every member of the group has a specific task to do. Every group of animals has their own leader that takes important decisions. In a herd of elephants, the eldest female is the leader and other members of the group follow it. Behavior of animals. Different types of animals exhibit different behavior. Some animals are shy. They do not come near us. They just run away as soon as they see us, such as cockroaches, squirrels, and rats. When we touch a tortoise, it hides its head, legs and tail in its shell. Some animals such as dogs, cats, dolphins and horses are friendly with us. Animals helping each other. Like we help each other, animals also help each other in numerous ways. We might have seen birds such as egrets sitting on cows and buffaloes and eating the insects on their bodies. Thus, they clean the body of the animals and in return get food from them. Animal and human interaction. Animals are very useful for us. We take care of them, feed them and provide them with shelter. Animals, in return, give us many useful things. We get milk from buffaloes, cows and goats. Ducks and hens give us eggs and meat. Camels and horses are used to pull carts. Oxen and bulls help in plowing fields. Cats and dogs are kept as pets. Ears of animals. The shapes and sizes of ears of various animals vary from animal to animal. Elephants, rabbits and foxes have long ears to help them hear the slightest of sound. Rats and hippopotamus have small ears. Polar bears have small nubs, instead of ears, which they close while swimming. Birds have two holes, instead of ears, in the head that help them to hear. Snakes do not have ears at all. However, they can sense vibrations on the ground. Body coverings of animals. Different types of animals have different body coverings. Deer and zebra have short hair on their body. Yak and polar bear have long, thick hair to keep themselves warm in the cold regions. Porcupines have spikes on their body that protect them from enemies. Snakes, crocodiles, and lizards have scales on their body. Birds have feathers on their body. Let's go an extra mile. A bee produces a teaspoon of honey in its lifetime. Bees. Bees are very useful insects. They provide us honey. They also help in the pollination of plant. They sit on the flowers to suck their nectar which they use to make honey. When a bee sits on a flower, the pollen grains stick to its body. When the same bee sits on another flower, these pollen grains get brushed off its body. How bees make honey. A bee has a tube-like tongue which it uses to suck nectar from a flower. When the stomach of the bee is full of nectar, it goes back to the hive and spits it out into various compartments of the hive. When the compartments are full, the bees seal them with the wax produced by their body. In due course, the nectar is converted to honey. Honey collectors collect the honey from the beehive. For this, they first burn wood or dried leaves below the beehive. Thus, the bees are driven out by the smoke and heat. The honey collectors remove the beehive and extract honey from it. Shelters of animals. Like us, animals also need shelter to live in and protect themselves from bad weather conditions and their enemies. Animals living in natural surroundings. Different animals live in different natural surroundings. Based upon their surroundings, animals are classified as terrestrial, arboreal, aquatic and amphibian. Terrestrial animals. These are the animals that live on land. They live in different types of homes. Rock caves. Bats, bears, lions and tigers live in rock caves. In the ground. Snakes live in natural holes in the ground. They also live under logs or in abandoned anthills. Open places. Animals such as deer, elephants and giraffes live in the open or under trees. Arboreal animals. These are the animals that live on trees. Monkeys and squirrels live on trees. Chimpanzees live both on trees as well as on the ground. These animals pass most of their time on the trees, but they come to the ground for various purposes. Aquatic animals. These are the animals that live in or around water bodies. They get their food from water bodies such as ponds, lakes, seas and oceans. Fish, sea anemones, crabs, jellyfish, starfish, whales, etc. are water animals. Snails and turtles are other examples of aquatic animals. Seals, walruses and sea lions are semi-aquatic animals. They are found in the polar regions in cold sea water. They usually come on the land to take rest and to breed. Amphibians. These are the animals that live both on land and in water. Frogs, toads and newts are amphibians. Animals that build their homes. Many animals live in natural homes. However, there are also animals which build their own homes. Nests. Birds live in nests. They build their nests when they lay eggs. They use straw, thread, twigs, leaves, grasses, cotton, wool and feathers to build their nests. They build their nests far away from the reach of their enemies. We can see their nests in trees, buildings, holes and walls. Sparrows and crows build deep cup-shaped nests. It prevents their babies from falling out. A partridge builds its nest in the ground in a paddy field or a grassland. Hornbills, parrots and owls make nests in hollow spaces in the trees or wells. A weaver bird makes a nest that hangs upside down. A tailor bird makes its nest using broad leaves that are stitched together. It uses its needle-like beak to stitch the leaves. Burrows and holes. Rabbits and mongoose dig burrows to live in them. Rats and moles make underground tunnels. Hives and colonies. Animals like honeybees, termites and ants live in large groups called colonies. They are called social insects. Bees build hives with wax. Ants and termites build huge anthills with hard mud. Each anthill has many rooms. They are used for storing food and keeping the babies. The worker ants build and repair the anthills. Man-made shelters. Human beings made shelters for the animals which they keep on their farms or at homes. Animals like horses, cows and hens are kept on farms. A shed is built for a cow and a buffalo. A hen lives in a coop. Elder talk. We should not treat stray animals badly. We should treat them as we treat our pet animals. New words. Shell, hard outer covering of some animals. Scales, body covering of some animals. Pollination, transfer of pollen from the anther to the stigma of a plant. Nectar, sweet liquid produced by flowers and collected by bees and other insects. Read and recall. Some animals live in groups such as ants, bees, etc. Different types of animals exhibit different types of behavior. Animals help each other in numerous ways. Animals are very useful for us. Different animals have ears of different shapes and sizes. We get honey from honeybees. Different animals live in different shelters. Some animals live in natural shelters while others live in their own made or man-made shelters.